everybody, welcome back. This is Money Making Monday, and I've been out making money. It is a beautiful thing when you can create something and then somebody buys the thing that you create and it blesses their lives. It is a beautiful thing. I am Sky Chase, and I am your program creator, your gift recognizer, and your social entrepreneur. Today, we're going to be talking about self-worth and net worth. I do a lot of personal development. I believe that when you create a business, that you're recreating yourself in a different form. And I believe that you have to build you. And you can't build a brand voice or brand identity when you don't know who you are. And we see a lot of that on the internet. I'm also interested in building businesses that have longevity. I'm a legacy person. I'm not building. I don't want to flash in the pan, overnight success, chase money. I want to build a business that will outlive me for generations to come. You will be talking about the business that I built. And I think that's what people miss. I believe that they don't understand that a business has to be built brick by brick. And so if you are here and you just want to make money, then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who want to build the next Sears or the next J.C. Penney or the next Walmart. You know, these establishments have been around for generations and generations. I think Sears and J.C. Penney, they just closed down. But Walmart is still standing strong. You know, Sam Walton, I love his story. He built a mom and pop shop, but he had a long-term vision for it. I think he built it in like 1963 or 64. We're talking 60 years, and that's legacy. That's legacy building. That's when you have generational wealth. And you should be wanting to build your business to leave a legacy, because anything else other than that, you're really wasting your time. You're making money for right now, but then after you're gone, is your business still going to be here? You know, I think it's so powerful that these people built businesses that, you know, Walmart and Sam's Club, they are ran by their children. You know, I believe the daughter runs Walmart and the sons run Sam's Club, and they stay on the top 10 somewhere of the Forbes list, just from something that their father built, a vision that their father built. I find that to be so powerful, and that's what I'm interested in doing. So that's what I come here. That's what I'm talking about. I think the problem that people, they want everything fast. This generation, they want everything fast. They want everything, you know, quick. But in order for you to build a business with sustainability, and when you go to the bank to get money for your business, when you get to that level, they want sustainability. When you get your business evaluated, okay, because every business should get an evaluation. You should have your business evaluated to see how much your business is worth. I'm talking real business. There's a difference between business and entrepreneurship. Business is the brass tacks. Business is the systems, the processes, the business plan, the taxes, the CRM, all of that stuff that people don't want to be bothered with, the boring stuff. That, you know, is business. And we see this in the music industry a lot. We see where people, the entrepreneurship is talent. That's the artistry. That's the fun part. It's the creating. You know, whatever your product that you're selling, your service, is that fun side. But if you don't pay your taxes, okay, you have taxes that you have to pay on your business. Is your business structure set up correctly? Because even if you allow Cash App, after you get to a certain level, they're still going to report you to the IRS. So it would really behoove you to set your business up correctly. And so people don't even have their businesses set up correctly. They're still using, Gmail, and you should have a business address. You shouldn't be using your home address. That's business. And so we have to now do things correctly. We can't just come over here and talk about, business, but not do business the right way. And I see that a lot. So a lot of the businesses that you see and people that's doing entrepreneurship, they won't be around. Eventually you're going to have a team. You're going to have an accountant. It will be good for you to have a tax accountant. It would be great to have an accountant, a lawyer to look over your paperwork, because your business need agreements. You may need non-disclosure forms. You may even need NDA forms. But what forms go along with, your business? And I see this all the time. People just come on social media and they're selling something, but they're just a flash in the pan. They won't be around, 2 or 3 years from now. We won't even know who they are. And so I don't have the time to waste to sit and to do business for my business not to be around, because the IRS only gives you 5 years, because most businesses fail in 5 years. So they give you 5 years to get everything together, get everything up and running. Some people don't even have a business plan. If you go to the bank, and that's why when people come on here and they talk about business credit, like business credit, you have to have some revenue, consistent revenue established in your business. That's one of the reasons I came on, cut to the chase, because we want to get to the brass tacks. We want to bypass all the fluff. Stop letting people tell you can get business credit. You want to buy a car and all of this. You still have to pay the car. No, you still have to pay for it. Just because you have credit is credit, whether it's business credit or personal credit. Or you can get business credit without a guarantee, a personal guarantee. Well, what are they going to look at as your track record? So that the first thing you want to do, yes, you do want to establish credit for your business, because what you're doing is you're giving your business a profile. Your business is called an entity or an organization. So you have to look at your business as a person. So yes, you do need to go get net 30 accounts. You do need to establish count, because they need to see that you can pay your bills on time. They need to see that you have consistent revenue coming in your business. So nobody is going to give you money if you can't pay them back. Who's going to give you business credit? So that's why I talk a lot about bootstrapping. Because in the beginning, unless you've saved, and did some, fundraising and some crowd, funding to raise capital for your business before you start. Some people do that. They put together the business and then they do crowdfunding, and then they get capital for their business, or unless you have savings and things of that nature, because business has to be fed. Guess what the business eats? Money. The business eats money. Okay. So that's what I'm here to talk about. If you just want to sell eyelashes and lip gloss, this ain't the place for you. But if you want to build something, I want to build legacy. I want a business that will outlive me, excuse me, and outlive even my grandchildren, and so that requires a lot of planning. When I came to Houston in 2013, I really didn't even sit down and start doing anything about the business until maybe 2015. I didn't go online to maybe like 2017, because the time that it took for me and I recommend everyone to do a business plan, because a business plan, and I know people be like, you don't need no business plan. Well, listen, I'm not talking to you then. I'm talking to the people who want to leave legacy. If you're sitting down and you're doing something and you don't have a plan, you're not taking what you're doing seriously anyway. Your business needs a plan. Your plan is like a map. It's a roadmap for your business. How you're going to get to what are your goals for your business? Your business has goals as well. And so the business plan, it took a lot of thought. The business plan is like a Rubik's Cube. It allows you to look at your business in a lot of different angles. And it allows you to see, like, do I really have what it takes to really build a business? And not only once you build it, you got to sustain it. You have to sustain the business. You have to market it and promote it. You know, we have social media now, and you have to get online and you have to bring awareness about it. So until you can brand you, you're not going to be able to brand, give a brand voice, a brand identity to anything. But I wanted to continue in the vein that I was talking about next week. Let me look at my notes. I wanted to talk about self-worth versus net worth, building character before building business. And I know you have to be living under a rock not to know what's going on with, you know, Sean Puffy Combs and all of these people that don't understand that you are your business and your business is you. And that you have to build character because your gifts are going to open those doors for you and bring you before great men. And will you be able to stand in those places without compromising and without selling out? You know, we have a lot of brands in our culture that we really like. And then when they get to a certain level, why? Because they didn't plan that far. Because it takes off. You know, how many people have you sat here and you heard, you know, they started out and, you know, they went through the ups and downs of business, the roller coaster of business. And then all of a sudden their business that just took off and they could not handle. See, sometimes you can scale too fast. We don't, in real life, we don't really grow like that. In real life, it's a steady, we're supposed to grow steadily. If you ever had like a plant, it starts out, you put the little seed in there, then you water it every day, and then you see some little sprouts come up, and then it gets bigger, and then you have to take it out that pot and put it in the bigger pot. Well, business is the same way. You have to water it every day. This is me watering my business. You have to water it every day. You have to, you know, bring, give it some sunlight and put some Miracle Grow in there, and it grows, you know, steadily. If you nurture it, if you do the necessary things that it takes for it to grow. And so that is some people don't have the patience, you know, for that. And so the reason I talk about legacy, I talk about legacy business. We're talking about long term. It reminds me of when I watched Whitney Houston, one of her documentaries, they talked about, you know, she was really upset because one of the artists had come out with like a catchy song. And she was like, I can sing better than that. How many times you've seen people in business, you be like, I can do way better than that. But the thing is that they just trending. You know, they're just trending for the moment. They're just going viral for the moment. You might not never even hear from them anymore. So trending is good. You know, going viral is good. But you want to have longevity. So her mother told her, she said, don't worry about that. I'm teaching you legacy music, classic music that will never go out of style. And she was in a class of her own. See, when you operate in your gift is your uniqueness. You don't have to compete with anybody else. All you have to do is just be you. So all you have to do is just be you. You don't have to compete with anybody else because your gift is what makes you unique. Your talent is what makes you unique. And so because she developed her gifts and she cultivated her talent, when she finally came out, she smashed the chart. Matter of fact, I think she made history, I believe, with all the awards and all the accolades. See, in the beginning, it seems hard because you have to put the work in, but eventually it'll get easier because your tree is going to grow if you nurture it, if you develop it. But you want your tree to be strong. You want it to be able to withhold when the recessions hit. Right now, we're in the recession, in the beginning stages of a depression, and you want your business to be able to sustain. Why is it that in a recession time or a depression time, people make the most money? People become millionaires because in recessions and depressions, it's more problems. It's more problems that need to be solved. This is the time that if you're going to be a millionaire, this is the time to do it. If you're going to be a multimillionaire, you're going to be on that track, this is the time to do it, because there are more problems that need to be solved. There are more, we got immigration problems, you got problems on the government scale. And that's what businesses do. They find a problem to solve, they create a business around it, and that they get out there and let themselves be seen and be known, and they build on that. Sam Walton, he was called the richest poor man, because even though he was a millionaire, he would still take the money and put it back into the business, because he wanted to pass the savings on to the people. Because initially, that's what you're going to business for. You're going in the business for the people. The money is just a byproduct. That's why I always tell you, don't chase the money. If you do the necessary things, the money will be attracted to you, because money is attracted to value. It's attracted to integrity. It's attracted to honesty, and we don't see a whole lot of that. Quality is quality. Money loves quality. Somebody said money likes quiet, and I talk about all of this in my book, I Am Money. And I think I have my landing page going across the ticker tape. You guys go and check it out and support. It's a beautiful program, and it will really get your mind thinking. I think that we're in this time where we need more thinkers. We need more innovators. We need more creators. We need more producers. Money is attracted to creators. Money is attracted to producers, not consumers, not people that spend. That's where the term comes from. The poor get poor and the rich get richer. The poor get poorer because everything they get, they spend. The rich get richer because they know the 3 M's of money: to make it, multiply it, and manage it. And so when you're a creator or producer, matter of fact, today, that's why I came on late, because I was out doing money making activities, because I do income producing activities, and I write books, and then I go sell books. I sell books on Amazon, but I also sell books in person as well. So today I was out selling books. Let me see if I can show you. So I have 3 books I just wrote. I wrote this book called Throw Away Your Couch, Come Out Your Comfort Zone and Leap to Freedom, because you can't, on the other side of comfort is where your money is. And what I'm finding is that I'm branding the moments of my life. So this book came because I was procrastinating too much. It was a lot of stuff that I had to do. And oftentimes we do get overwhelmed in business because we have so much to do. And even when you hire people, you still have to have meetings. You still have to do briefings. You still have to, keep them abreast of what it is that you want to do. And so I decided that I would just throw the whole couch away, and just, and it was really funny when I wrote this book. I couldn't find a picture. I wanted a red couch because my couch is red, and the one that I threw away is red. And I wanted a red couch, and I couldn't find a picture of a red couch. And I was driving, and I turned the corner, and somebody had threw this couch away. This is somebody's couch. Somebody had threw this couch away, and I took a picture of it. I said, there go the cover of my book right there. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. And then I went to the next block. I'm like, what is this? Throw your couch away week? Because the next block, they had threw their couch away. So I wrote this book because I was procrastinating and my productivity was kind of low. And every time I would get ready to go in my office to go do some work, I would end up on the couch scrolling on social media for 30 minutes when I could have been doing something else. And I remember thinking, I don't need no couch, and I don't need a couch. How about if I just throw the whole couch away? So I have a picture in the book. Let me see. I don't really promote this book enough. This really is an amazing book. Y'all need to go get it. Okay. And this is me. If you can see, I got my foot on the couch and I said I won, because I sent the picture to my son. He said, did you get into a fight with the couch? Because I like big couches. I can't stand Low couches. I don't like them baby couches. You go to somebody's house, you sit down, and I'm only 5'2", so I don't know. I'm calling somebody's couch a baby couch, but I don't like when I go to somebody's house and I sit on their couch and it feel like I'm sitting on the floor. No, I like big, fluffy couches that feel like they hug you when you sit in them. So my couch was kind of big. So in order to get it out, I had to really tear it up. So he said, "Did you get into a fight with the couch?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I won. So that's why I took that picture. So today I was out selling books and meeting people. That's the thing. I love to meet people. Now this book right here, I bought this book. This is business etiquette, doing business the right way, how to sell the $1 million deal. Did you know that $1 million deals are done over dinner? I wrote this book in commemoration of or memorial to my grandmother. My grandmother, she taught me etiquette when I was a little girl. She started teaching me etiquette at 9 because I was a tomboy. As you can see, I love hats. I've always worn hats and sweatshirts and my jeans and, and all of that. And sometimes I would turn my hat to the back and she'd be like, "Oh my God, this girl." So she started teaching me etiquette at 9. And when I started my business, I started just to see how rude. Oh my goodness, people are rude. They don't have any customer service etiquette. They don't, they get your business and then they don't follow up. And I just started to see like these people they just money. It's a money grab for a lot of people. It's just a money grab. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna write this book. It's called "You Don't Soup Because It's Soup." And the title is just, I was at her house one day. My grandmother was an awesome cook. Like she made everything taste good. I'm a picky eater and I'm still a picky eater. But she made everything taste good. And she would cook with wines. She would put wines and stuff in her soup. And she just was an amazing cook. And not only that, I'm really picky about the way my food looks. So she was real good at the way she plated her food. So the plate would be so pretty. The way she put the plate on the food, it would be just so pretty. But she had made, in the wintertime, in the fall, around this time of the year, she would make soups, lots of soups. And this particular day, she made a vegetable soup. I think it was a vegetable soup. I believe whatever it was good. And I was souping and smacking and licking my lips and making all kind of noise. And she turned around to me and she said, "You don't soup because it's soup." So she was trying to tell me you don't need to be smacking and licking and popping your lips. And so when I wrote the etiquette book, I thought about that day and I said, I'm going to name it "You Don't Soup Because It's Soup." And there's a proper way to eat soup, whether you know it or not. But it's a proper way to do everything. And when you have a business, you must have business etiquette. Some of the people that come on social media they just so rude. Even the way they present their product. It's a lot of people, I just scroll right past them. You can just tell that they just do not know. And then they'll get on and complain about, customer service. Well, you have to have something in place for when people are not pleased with your service. What is it that you have in place? Do you have a guarantee in place if they're not pleased? What is the process that you have set up in your business for disgruntled people? Then you have people that come on and they're upset because they ordered something and it was the picture said one thing, but they got something different. Why? Because when these businesses are not operating in any integrity. How many times have you even bought something and even didn't get the right product and you couldn't even get in touch with the people? So we got to do business the right way. We got to have business etiquette. And business etiquette is a part of the longevity and sustainability because you want to have a good reputation. You want people to keep coming back to your business because if you mess up your reputation, nobody's going to buy anything from you. So it's important for you to have integrity. It's important for you to have honesty, in your business. And a lot of people, they just don't. They really don't. They don't have any type of return policy in place. Oh, you don't get any returns if you get and I don't shop at stores that don't give me my money back. If you give me a store credit, I will not shop with you. I didn't give you no, I came in here and I paid you money. So if I'm not satisfied with the product, I want money back. Even Amazon is starting to get real picky about their returns. You used to be able to return something to Amazon and get your money back within a couple of days. Amazon is making you wait 30 days. Okay. Jeff, what you doing, Jeff? Come on now. So I used to love their customer service. Now you can't hardly get anybody on the phone. You know what I mean? Sometimes a company can scale so big and not, have the processes and systems in place to handle the influx of people that's coming in. That's where your business plan comes in. Your 1 year, your 3 year, your 5 year, your 10-year plan for your business. So today we're going to be talking about self-worth versus net worth. I always say you can't put my self-worth on a spreadsheet because I'm the value. I am the money. I bring the value to my business. And according to what I pour into myself, congratulations. I want to shout out to my granddaughters who just wrote their first novel. Okay. They just wrote their first novel. And the book is up on Amazon. It's called City Streets, Middle School Mysteries, Secrets Lurking in the Shadows. They are 14 and 15. I think I made her 16. She's not 16 quite yet, but they're 14 and 15. And they just wrote their first book. Yay. Shout out to my granddaughters. See, again, legacy, passing it down. A book will outlive you. This is legacy. When you write a book, legacy. Long after I'm gone, this book is going to be around. Okay. It's part of my legacy. And so your self-worth can't be put on a spreadsheet because you are the value. You are the money. When you hear people say invest in yourself, that means they want you to learn, take a class, hire a coach, get a mentor, pour into yourself so that you can bring value, to people, because money is attracted to value. Your net worth is what we put on the spreadsheet. That's what goes on the spreadsheet. Okay. And I think that people lose sight of that. They really do forget that you are your business and your business is you. So you can't just treat people however you want to and expect for them to continue to patronize, your establishment. It's just not going to happen. And they're going to give you a bad review. Okay. So, again, I talk a lot about, I have two coaching academies. I have one on the digital side where it's a B2C, where I do leadership and empowerment. And I talk a lot about personal development, and I talk a lot about basically, empower and identity. I find that people struggle with their identity. And so when I talk about that, that's basically the undercurrent of what we're dealing with is identity. How do you really want to show up in the world? How do you want to show up in the world? And people just show up how they see other people, show up. But again, look at these brands and the people that have been around for a long period of time. It's not about really competition. It's just about finding out who you are and showing up as you. So I talk about the self-worth, the foundation of your identity. It's very important for you to emphasize. You can't give identity to your business if you don't know who you are. You are the value, and you have to illustrate that. You have to illustrate that. That's what's going to really drive your business and drive your sales. Even when things are not going the way that you want them to go, that what you're giving people is something that's going to sustain them. It's like eating a good meal. It's like either you're eating at the fast food that has no nutritional value, Or you're coming over here and you're eating vegetables. I'm giving you vegetables. I'm giving you meat. I'm giving you something that's going to sustain you, something that you can sink your teeth into. I'm not giving you just a flash in the pan, a fly by night, situation. And so I think that when that's how you show up as your authentic self. When I come up with names for myself, it's like, how do I want to show up in my business? And I just thought about my personality. My personality. Some people find me very mysterious because I'm mainly quiet. So people find me very mysterious. And but I like to do things a certain way. I like to do things, with standards. I love to do things with quality. I love to do things with, integrity. I like to make products that, that reflect that. And so being the business ninja, because I am the ninja, not just because I wear black all the time, but that's just how I wanted to show up, because that fits my personality. I really didn't want to do something that was so opposite of who I am. And then when I come on, I can't be my authentic self. I have to just be me. I don't know how to be anybody else except for me. And so I translate that, into my business. And it may sound like really corny to have character and to be resilient and to have all of these things in your business. But when you've built an empire and then you get to the pinnacle of your success, and because you lack character, you sell out, and what has taken you 10 and 15 years to build is now gone, and your legacy is tarnished. And so it should be important to you. It's like setting an example. You want to set the best example for your children. And I always lead by example. I don't tell my children to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. I don't tell my clients to do anything that I have not already done. Everything that I come here and I talk about, I've already done. And I do every single day. And it's just fun for me. It's getting to the place that is fun. Now, in the beginning, when I first started the business, I used to be crying and everything else. I was like Grant Cardone when he had to take the $100 and make a business. Grant was about to quit. He was crying. He was calling his wife. I was like, come on, Grant, you've been in the game. But that's how it is when you in the trenches, when you building something. You got to get your hands dirty. You got to get in the mud. You ever see a building be built or a house be built? That foundation, they got to level that thing out. That's leveled out. They got to get they got to move all the debris out of the way before they lay that foundation. They have to dig. They have to dig a hole, and however deep the hole is, that's how tall the building is going to be. Then they have to do the framework. What is the framework of your business? What's the structure of your business? Is your foundation strong? When the wind blows, is it going to blow you right on out the picture? These are all things that take time in the beginning, but your business plan is going to make you visit. And I'm going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all of that here, because we're going to build sustainable businesses. We're going to build businesses that have longevity. We're going to build awesome top tier customer service. I believe customer service absolutely it will make or break your business. Everything is customer service, not just when you're on the phone talking to someone, but the person that you meet when you go into the business, the way that they greet you. Did you have to wait a long time before somebody came up to you and said, hello, welcome? You're coming into my business. You don't have to patronize me. You could go anywhere. You have all these other businesses you could have gone to, and you came to my business. That should be celebrated. I believe that should be celebrated. When you buy my book, if you buy anything from me, you get a one-on-one phone call consultation for free, because I want to let you know that I appreciate that you brought your business to me, and you want us to work together to build something. So I don't take that, for granted, because I believe in loyalty. I believe in loyalty in relationships. And so business is about relationships. You're building relationships, and you want to have loyalty. And it gets on my nerves so bad when these companies, like, okay, let's take the cable company, right? Cable company will be running this awesome special for new people. Everybody wants to pull in the new people, but it's the people that have been loyal to you. And some companies do have loyalty programs and things like that. But whatever they're rolling out, whatever campaign that they're rolling out to get the new people, they don't normally offer that to the people that's been loyal to them. And I think that you should offer it to the people that's been loyal to you, because they're the ones that have the repeat, business with you. They're the ones probably with the word of mouth that says, yeah, go to AT&T, or don't go to this company, or go to that company. And so, for me, I have that built in, to my company. For the people that buy from me, I whatever is going on that's new, like I just wrote a new book, I'll let them know I have a new book out. I have a new program that I created with you in mind. Okay, every program is prayed over. I don't use AI. I may use AI as an assistant to help me with my grammar or something like that. But the ideas, they come straight from the throne. Okay, they come straight from the throne room. So I don't rely on it. I may use it as an assistant to make sure my grammar and stuff is okay. But the ideas, they come from me. They all come from the throne. And so, because I'm thinking about what is it that people need? What is it how does your brain work? How are you going to receive this? How can you implement this quickly into your business? A lot of times people make these courses and it's too much work. You know how when you go to college and you have all your classes, you have to write a paper, and it's just too much work. And so it's just overload. So your brain, after a while, your brain is like the prototype of a computer. If you put too much information in it, it'll shut down on you. And I don't want people to shut down. I want them to take bite-sized pieces, because that's how your brain operates. Take bite-sized pieces, do this lesson, implement. Okay, we dream, we do, and we dream, we design, and we do. Okay, we're not just dreamers, we're dreamers and doers. We dream, we design, and we do. And so I want you to, because your business has a dream, just like you have a dream, your business has a dream as well. And dreams, come by a multitude of business. That's how dreams come into manifestation, by a multitude of business. So when I design the program, I think about the sensory, all the sensories. We have 6 senses, and I designed the programs to touch every sensory that you have, and the way that people learn, because people learn differently. I'm on there singing and everything. I know my son was like, Mom, because I want people to understand how raw this process is. Baby, this is raw. This is no joke. This is real. When you are a business owner, you are a unicorn. There is nobody like you. You're not going to my programs are experiences. Okay, they are experiences. This girl on here praying, she on here singing. Well, I really wanted to get the message out, so I gave y'all the raw. Okay, and no beats or anything, because I really wanted you to get the words and the message of what it is that I was saying. So, gratitude. When you're dealing with your self-worth and your net worth, how they really coalesce is like who you are. Your self-worth is going to lend itself to your net worth. The more you know about yourself, the more you're in touch with your identity, the more confidence you have, the more self-esteem you have. That's going to shine through, and that's going to lend itself to your net worth. And so if you just always looking at net worth and how much money you got, how much money you got in the bank, and your Birkin bag, and your Coach bag, and your Fendi, and your Gui, and your Louis, and how many shoes, and all of that, that's all great. That's wonderful. The fruit of your labor, that's great. But we can't lead with that. And a lot of the people that we see, they don't have any integrity. People are on it online talking about that now. They meet their celebrity in person and come to find out they just as rude and nasty and mean, and they're really let down. So I just really want to challenge you. I wrote it down. I challenge you to reflect on who you are and before thinking about what you want to build. So remember that your business will only be as strong as the person behind it. You are the power, behind your business. And pour into yourself. I started my library when I was 12 years old. I've been reading books. My library is huge. I love to read, and it's a beautiful thing for me to um, now go from reading books to writing books, and to helping, collaborating with my grandchildren, to write their own books. So they're starting to leave a legacy. I went up to their schools today. I surprised them because their book is live on Amazon, and it's for sale. So go check it out, City Streets, Middle School Mysteries. And it was very organic. It was a very organic thing. All children, no matter what age, I always talk to them about school. There's a lot of stuff that goes on at school. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that goes on at school, and children are not going to tell you what's happening in school. That you ask them what's going on in school, they're going to be like, everything is fine. No, a lot of times, just a lot of drama. I don't care where you live. It's a lot of drama that goes on in school. Matter of fact, they just did a countdown here in Houston, Texas, on the schools that have the most fights. They be in school fighting. And if your child is in school being bullied, they're not going to tell you that they're being bullied. You have to ask them. You have to dig. So I'm talking to them. I'm asking them about, what's going on in school, and teachers. All teachers are not good teachers. I'm sure y'all know that. All teachers are not good teachers. I asked about teachers and everything else. Okay. Because you're not going to always have teachers that you like. In high school, middle school, I had teachers that I didn't like. And then I had teachers that were amazing. I had teachers that literally changed my life, because teachers have that power. If they're good teachers, they have the power to change your life. And so that's how it came about. There's an organic conversation about school. And I said, man, that would make a great book. And then I, was asking them what kind of books they like to read, and they was like mysteries. I like mysteries too, and I like going to mystery dinners where you have to figure out. I always figure out who the killer is all the time. I always figure it out because they make it so obvious. It's never the person who you think it is. And so I shared with them, some the mystery. I'm not even going to tell y'all, because if I tell you, then I'm going to tell my age. But it was just beautiful. It was very organic. We just sat there in that 90-minute consultation, and a beautiful book came out of it. And they are now on their writing journey, and their sisters. So this one sister is the writer, and the other sister, she brings the drama, and the other sister really is recording the drama that the other sister is bringing. And then when they collaborate, it's a beautiful book. And so they're at the beginning journey of their, walking in their destiny, and, fulfilling their purpose, because that's what it's about. Your business should answer a call, because business is a calling. It's not for everybody. Trust me. You got to have a lot of courage and a lot of faith every single day to put yourself out there. Put yourself out there for people to criticize and to say things. I don't really feed into that stuff. I don't feed into that. I know when I started on Periscope, and people would come in, they would be blocking people and stuff. I'm like, no, let them stay in there. They run your numbers up. And the haters, they sometimes they point out things that you really would never even look at. Just look at it that way. They bring a perspective. While they think they saying something so terrible, they bring a perspective. Like when I did my landing page. Let me see if I can pull it up. I did my landing page in Canva. Canva started in let me see if I got it right. Canva started in I think they started in 2013. I started thinking about my business in 2015. So I started with Canva like in 2015. Canva has come a long way, and some people are crushing it, right? And it had been a while since I had been on there. But look at that. Y'all see that? Look at that beautiful landing page I created for my book and my program in Canva. They have come a very long way. Y'all go check it out. And it's an amazing, amazing, amazing course. Look at that. Beautiful. Time to build legacy. Time to reclaim your birthright and build legacy. Because listen, this was happening. So y'all looking at the world, right? And everybody all scared and shaking. Oh God, all the businesses are closing. That's just a space for you. They're making a space for you. Okay. JC they've been around forever. I call them dinosaurs. That's just a space for you. Bed Bath and Beyond. You could be making the Bed Bath and Beyond 2.0. They're making room for you. So stop looking at it as, oh, all of these businesses are going out of business. All they're doing is making room for you. So now that's a spot that you can fill. So don't get scared. Oh, it's the end of the world. Good. Great. Okay. That's wonderful news. Because a lot of these businesses, come on, y'all. Come on. A lot of these businesses, they need to go out of business because they're rude. I've never seen, because they've been around so long, they have taken people for granted. It's time for innovation. It's time for new stuff. We're in a time of renaissance. And a renaissance is a time of rethinking and reimagining and redoing. What does re mean? Re means to do again. It's time for a reset. It's time for renewal. It's time for a rewiring of the way that you think. It's time to change your perspective. It's time for new, but you have to do it in a certain way. You can't just say, oh, it's the new year, new you, new me. And then 3 months in March, you break back to the old you. So we have to do it in a certain way. Everything has a process. Don't run from the process. That's where the money is. That's where the money is. It was so wonderful today for me to go out and meet people and talk to them about my business and, tell them what it is that I do and get invited to come speak places, all because I'm putting myself out there. Does it take courage? It does. Does it take faith? Absolutely. Does it take determination? Yes. Does it take perseverance? It does. Do things always go your way? No, but it's okay because it's all a learning process. And you'll never know until you get out there. Someone described business as jumping out of a parachute and putting the business together as you before you hit the ground. It's insane. You do have to be a little crazy. You do have to be a little crazy to start business, but it's a beautiful thing and it's a beautiful time because there are so many problems in people's lives that need to be solved. So I was really kind of tired today, but I said I'm gonna come and keep coming. Y'all gonna keep seeing me and keep seeing me. I'm gonna keep coming because I'm very concerned about the things that I'm seeing. I'm concerned about all the fluff. We got to cut to the chase. We have to cut to the chase. We got to get down to bare taxes. We got to do this thing the right way, and business has to be done the right way. There's an etiquette for everything. And that's all etiquette means, is doing things the way that it's supposed to be done. I want us to build businesses that have legacy, that leave legacy, that's going to be around for 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 years. I want us to write a book. I was in the store today and I've been talking about my granddaughters all day. And the lady was like, oh my God, can you help me write a book? I wasn't even really trying to, advertise that part. I was just sharing. And I was like, sure, you can hire me to help you write a book. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because it's about branding the moments of your life. It's about making sure that the trials and tribulations that you're going through, you're not going through that stuff in vain. You're not going through that in vain. You're going through that because you're somebody's answer, because you have value. You are the money. And I want you to wake up and say that every day. I am money. So that it will shift. It's a paradigm shift in your thinking. And so, the young lady, I was talking to her, she said, you know what, you're absolutely right. She started buying tickets and spaces for the games because money go to the producers and the creators. It's a shift taking place. We always talk about the wealth, it's the wealth transfer. Well, how is the wealth going to get to you? Have you ever thought about that? How is the wealth going to transfer to you? The wealth is going to transfer to you by showing your value, not just sharing your value, be the value. You have to embody the characteristics of money. You must embody the attributes to money. The word of God says, make friends with unrighteous mammon. You have to become friends with it. Don't worship it. Don't love it. Just become friends with it because you're going to take it along on your journey. You need it on your journey to help you fulfill your goals. You need it to help you fulfill your purpose. You need it to help you reach your destination. That's what your destiny is. And every day, just look at it as a game. Just get up every day and have fun with it. And just go out and say, who am I going to bless today? Who am I going to help today? You don't know who you're going to meet because I look at it as an adventure. It's adventurous for me now. Once you get past the planning stages and you got every business that I have has its own business plan. I know exactly what I'm going to do in every business that I own, every single one. So I know exactly what I want to do. I know who I want to work with. I know where the people hang out that I want to work with. I know who needs my answer. Somebody is waiting on you. You are somebody's answer. You are somebody's solution. And what's so beautiful is that you have to mine for your own diamonds and your own gold, your own silver, your own emeralds, your own pearls. That's all inside of you. When I first started my business, that's what I had to do. God said, gather your pearls. I'm like, oh, I got pearls now. I'm an oyster. Okay, we got pearls. What are your pearls? Your strengths. Take inventory of you. What is it that you're good at? What is it that you love to do? Talk to your friends. This is an assignment that I have in the program. Talk to the people. When I talk to people and I ask them, like, well, how would you describe me? I'm starting a business and I'm thinking about, how I want this business to be. How would you describe me? And they said, oh, it seemed like you always have the answer for stuff, So that's how I came up with Chase Wealth Solutions. Chase is my name, wealth is my game, and solutions is what I do. And people have always come to me for solutions. I never made the connections that the reason they was coming to me was because I read a lot. I didn't realize that. People that, when they say readers are leaders, it's true. Even on my job, when I worked on my job, people would come to me. I was the person that when I would go to a new job, you know how you go to the new job and they onboard you and they give you all this paperwork to sign and they give you this packet to read. I'm the one that read the packet. Every single page of the packet, pulled out my magnifying glass, read the fine print. And the SOP, oh yeah, we become best friends. I know the SOP, baby. I'll look up the rules in a minute and use them, slam against you. And then at my job, we had a union. So if you were on the management side, you weren't in the union. You were an at-will employee. But if you was on my side, then I eventually got promoted to management side. So I wasn't in the union. So what did I have to do? I had to learn management SOP. You want to excel at your job, learn the standard operating procedures. Most of the time, they do not know. Plus, I work with the union. So in the union, when you go on and you're fighting for people's jobs, you got to know the SOP. People come on and they talk about how people try to get them out of their jobs and stuff like that. You always got those people all the time that come to work. They miserable at home, so they come to work and try to make people's lives miserable. But most of the time, they're breaking the rules. You're not supposed to be harassed at your job. You're not supposed to come to work and be harassed. And so I just would flip it on them. I have a cease and desist letter sent to you so quick. and take your standard operating procedure and your management policies and put them right in the letter and shut you right down. If anybody going to be in the unemployment line, it's going to be you. You just the worst person you can mess with is somebody that reads. And I love to read, and I read everything. I read physics books, biology, chemistry, self-help, spiritual books, all kind of books. I read everything. When my granddaughters came, they said, "This is a real library you have here." Yes, it's a real library. I have all kinds of books. I read all kinds of things. So readers are leaders. And when you are a reader and you know the answer, people come to you. You automatically make yourself the go-to person when you read. And so, be that person in your business, be that person in your community. I'm a social entrepreneur. I go into the community and I see what answers they need. I wrote a program. I don't know when I write so many programs, I lose track. I write everything down and then I go to my computer. I wrote a program for the school system that I'm going to be pitching to the school, called Read to Rise, because a lot of our children are being left behind and they can't read. Did you know that a lot of children in ninth grade and 10th and 11th grade, they cannot read? Did you know that people were graduating from high school and they cannot read? So our children can't read. So I created a program because I'm a social entrepreneur for the school system. Another thing that I'm working on initiative is to get our children off these tablets. Did you know that these tablets were addictive? When you're on your phones all the time, there's a dopamine hit that's going to your brain. When you wake up and the first thing you grab is your phone, you're addicted and you need to detox from that dopamine that's hitting your brain. That's why the attention span is so low. That's why, when you come on social media, if people are not grabbing your attention in like 3 seconds, you gotta be kidding me. You can't focus for 3 seconds. Something's wrong. What? 3 seconds. You got to grab people's attention that quick. Because why? They're so used to the scroll. They're addicted to the scroll. We gotta put these devices down. And that's why none of my books are ebooks. I don't do ebooks because I want you to pick up a book. And I want you to start to retrain your brain. I write books based on biblical principles, brain principles, and business principles and financial formulas. I need you to pick up a book. I have fought for the library, Philadelphia Library, to stay open. They're trying to get rid of libraries. And I fought on the committees for libraries in Philadelphia, libraries in Maryland, and probably libraries in Texas. They want to close the libraries because they want everything online. Let me tell you something. In college, right, my paper that I wrote was the World Wide Web, www. And what I found when I wrote that paper was anything that you put online becomes public domain. What does that mean? It means you no longer own it. It doesn't belong to you anymore. I fight with my bank. I have 3 different bank accounts. I fight with my bank to send me my bank statements in the mail every month. I will call them. They might send it to me twice. And guess what? It defaults right back. I do not want an online statement. Why? Because because it no longer belongs to you. The government is nosy. Okay. So no, I don't want my bank statement online. See, y'all don't realize you're not paying attention to what's really happening. I need you to pick up a book. And I need you to get your focus back. Because in order to read a book or even write a book, you got to have focus. You have to have clarity of thought. And we're not producing thinkers. We need thinkers and innovators. And if you can't concentrate, but no longer than 3 seconds, not even 3 minutes, seconds. We got to grab your attention in 3 seconds, or you're scrolling on by. You're just scrolling and scrolling. That's why they have the scroll. And you're just scrolling because your brain is addicted to the dopamine hit. It's addicted to it. I purposely, when I wake up, don't touch my phone. Purposely. I purposely get up and grab a book. Yeah, they call it the good book. Yeah, I grabbed that one. So that's why I don't really do ebooks, because I'm trying to get these young people off these tablets and off these phones, so that they could get their focus back. If you can't, okay, your eyes are an extension of your brain, right? I have a photographic memory, but if I don't focus, I can't take the picture. Just like a camera. A camera, in order to take the picture, it has to focus. How are you going to build a business? How are you going to have a vision with no clarity, with no focus? Nothing is clear. You can't even hold the camera 3 seconds to take a picture. So that has to all change. So when we talk about mindset, you know, and what are we doing with the mindset? People are telling you, oh, your mindset. Well, how do I change my mindset? Don't tell me what to do. Tell me how to do it. So we got to focus. What's resetting? Oh, we're starting with a reset. What are we resetting? We're resetting our minds. So I Am Money is a paradigm shift. It automatically shifts your perspective. It automatically shifts your identity. It automatically clicks you in and locks you in to your self-worth, where you're not so focused on your net worth. Your self-worth is going to lend itself to the dollars that's on the spreadsheet. And so the value, it comes from you. I Am Money means that I am my own ATM machine. I am a walking bank. I am a walking vault. The wealth is in me. I'm already wealthy. The word says, I gave you the power to get wealth. You already have the power. You already have the wealth. It comes in raw form. You have to cultivate it, mine it. Diamonds have to be mined. You have to mine diamonds. Diamonds have to go through a process of pressure. That lump of coal, does it become a diamond when it's a lump of coal, or is it already a diamond before the pressure hit it? So you're giving into the pressure, but guess what? The diamond, the lump of coal was built to sustain the pressure. That's how it's made. I can't fight against the thing that's going to make me. And that's what people do in business. And this is the stuff that I want to talk about, your personal growth. Because you have to develop yourself personally. If you want to master money, you got to first master you. You got to master yourself first. And so this is a small win for me, because I was tired today and I did not want to come on. But I have to keep my word to me. And I got to show up for you. So I will be back tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, and the same bat place. And I hope you enjoyed this message. I know that you did. Go to the site and support, get the book, get the program, and let's start a new you, a new year the right way.